Welcome to Analog Tabletop.
Hello and welcome to Last Week on Kickstarter, where I show all the noteworthy games that launched in the past week and try to give some backgrounds on the publisher and designer as best of my ability. All Kickstarter links will be on the top right to click on and also in the description. Let's get started.
Want a simple tabletop game to play with friends on weekends or on family game nights? Want to show up to the party with something you can learn in 10 minutes and scales up to as many players as you'd like? Always wanted to play a trading or collectible card game but didn't have the time or money to invest? Even if none of these apply, try Ignite anyway. A game of crazy combos and epic explosions. Find a link to our Kickstarter below. Not to be played within 10 feet of combustible materials.
Ignite is a dice rolling and hand management game, self-designed and published by Justin Golden. This seems to be his first credited game he's put on Kickstarter. Ignite, a game of crazy combos and epic explosions, ends on August 11th. The game costs $20 and plans to deliver the game by October of this year.
A new frontier has emerged that is ripe for the taking. Ever since we put a man on Mars, anyone who can put together a decent space vessel has been trying to grab their own little piece of heaven in the Milky Way. The deep reaches of space. Vast, beautiful, dangerous, and now ripe for the taking. In the board game exploration, there are 5 different corporations fighting for their slice of space. Each of them has a spaceport, and you are their newest recruit. You want to explore and conquer space? Well, there are 3 main roads to victory: exploring, conquering, and paying your way to the top by earning cash. The first key to victory is developing new technology to aid you in your quest for space. The second key is to complete special missions that are assigned by your superiors. It's important to handle these missions with extreme discretion. The final key is to earn cash any way that you can. Each turn will bring its own set of perilous challenges and dangerous conditions. At times, you will have to get down and dirty, thwarting the plans of your competition by destroying their spaceships. Build your spacecraft and learn maneuver skills to increase its chance for fruitful exploration. Every detail will be used to give you an edge over the competition. At the end of the game, victory is determined by the amount of areas you control, the technology you developed, and by the amount of opponent ships that you destroyed. Now is the time to explore. Get your copy and be the first to conquer the new frontier.
Exploration is an area control deck building and take that game designed by Damian Corus and published by Ply Games. This is both their first credited game. Exploration concludes on July 9th, costs $69 and plans to ship in May 2020.
Welcome to Sovereign Skies. After eons of war and conflict, the 6 planets of the Abyssy Cluster formed a fragile democracy, wrought with scars from past battles. When the humans detected that this system held the Earth-rare Atlam crystal in abundance, some old Earth corporate factions raced in to grab a share, as ambassadors of peace, of course. Sovereign Skies is an immersive and strategic game for 1 to 4 players. A thought-provoking Euro strategy game played in 45 minutes. Our team has been hard at work building a rich universe and developing thematic gameplay. Discover the depth of Sovereign Skies in a unique game experience. Play as one of the human factions meddling in the affairs of the Abyssy Cluster. Use political and technological advancements to exploit the distant, resource-rich planets, and spread your influence throughout the system to establish dominance. Acquire political cards from each planet. Launch your fleet. Conscript the denizens of the Udavazi to construct your bases. Mine Solomir for precious Atlan. Pledge your loyalty to the Abyssi Senate on Alonia. Modular board pieces allow for variable game setup, replayability, and expansion possibilities. This game has become a wonderful introduction into the world we've built, and one with so much story potential as Sovereign Skies continues to unfold and evolve. How will you play your loyalty now and support our campaign?
Sovereign Skies is a set collection area control game designed by Aaron Wilson and published by Deepwater Games. Aaron Wilson has also designed YA Otter. Deepwater Games has also published Welcome to, Hana Mikoji, Roundhouse, Claim, and many others. Sovereign Skies ends July 9th, costs $39, and ships in April 2020.
To all the wanderers who are waiting for the call, wake up. The Aurora is coming. Many called, 300 will be chosen. We repeat, the Aurora is coming. Good luck to all. May your path never cross the one where the 3 deaths walk.
The old ones, the few who remain, say it happened a few decades ago. Since then, it had been snow, wind, darkness, and death. Nevertheless, we survived. We survived the cold. We survived the beasts. We survived the men. We survived ourselves. We survived against all odds, just waiting for the call. And today, the call has come. Salvation it will be, but not for everyone. It will be only for the strong, only for the fast, only for the brave, only for the merciless, only for us. Last Aurora is a post-apocalyptic board game set in a frozen wasteland. 2 to 4 players must escape from the north before the next winter, but the land route is too dangerous. Fortunately, the icebreaker Aurora is cruising along the coast, looking for survivors. But you have only 6 rounds to reach it before it leaves the region. During each round, you send your survivors to interact with the cards in the exploration zone. You have many choices. You can gather resources and useful objects by exploring location cards. You can improve your convoy by collecting new trucks, trailers, and powerful devices. You can recruit new survivors, each with a unique ability usable in a specific phase of the round. Or you can face an encounter, resolving it by choosing between different options based on your style of play. Additionally, you can choose to use the bonus action for the slot you've chosen to explore. But be careful, the survivor you send to explore must be fed, or else they must rest for a full round. After exploring, you can spend fuel to move your convoy along the road, possibly boosting your vehicle's speed using extra resources and powerful objects. On the road, you can find special waypoints, which can have many effects. In this case, if you stop on this radiation waypoint, you must immediately take 1 contamination counter, which weakens one of your crew members. The contamination of the wasteland is not the only thing to fear. During your journey, you will face powerful enemies who will try to destroy your convoy, inflicting damage to your guards. Use your powerful weapons to fight them, gaining fame and respect across the wasteland, and possibly claiming special loot cards. Optimize your crew, speed up your convoy, collect weapons, and fight enemies. But most important, reach the Aurora before it's too late.
Last Aurora is a worker placement hand management game published by Pendragon Game Studios and designed by Maru Chiyobodo. Maru Chiyobodo has also designed King of Khan and Samhain. Pendragon Game Studios also published Captain Sonar, This War of Mine, Imperial Settlers, Evolution, and many more. Last Aurora will be setting on the horizon July 3rd, the game costing €39 and expects to deliver in February of 2020.
Dig Your Way Out is a strategy board game where 2 to 5 players compete to be the first to break out of prison. If you don't want to dig your hole with spoons, you will need tools, which you can either craft from whatever you can scrap in the prison, buy them with cigarettes, or if you're well armed, extort them from other players. Like tools, weapons have to be improvised, crafted, or bought with cigarettes. In prison, every dirty trick is allowed. You can also join a gang and use your secret skills and connections from your past life. Dig Your Way Out is a fast-paced game that takes about 45 minutes. It involves bluff and memory, as you will have to keep track of everybody's cards. Who's got tools to dig? Who's got blades to fight? Moving between several places in the prison, you can perform many actions to build your own strategy. After years of design and testing, during which the prototype won several prizes in France and is now illustrated by the famous artist D'Amico, Dig Your Way Out has finally arrived to Kickstarter. To get the game before everybody else, back our campaign. To thank you all for your support, we give all backers an exclusive mini expansion.
Dig Your Way Out is a memory dice rolling area movement game designed by David Smead and published by Borderline Editions. Borderline Editions has also published Cluster and Crom. This is David Smeady's first credited board game design. Dig Your Way Out will be leaving Kickstarter on July 4th, costing €33 and plans to deliver on December of this year. This next trailer had almost all movie scenes, so I removed them so I don't get yelled at by someone. I drew this dinosaur in its place though, and yes, it breathes fire. Jurassic World Miniature Game is a dinosaur-themed war game, published by Exotic Games and designed by Antonin Barl. This is both the publisher's and designer's first game. The first for both was going to be After the End, but since has been shelved for now after a showing at Essen 2018. Jurassic World Miniature Game and its 2 expansions end on July 4th, costing €55 and expects to deliver by June of 2020.
At the beginning of the 4th century AD, the Roman Empire experienced a period of political uncertainty and strong internal contrasts. 4 challengers competed for the title of emperor, while the barbarian raids along the borders created anxiety and fear, even in the capital. Compare your troops, but do not forget the importance of the hero. To win, maybe it may not be enough the simple numerical supremacy on the battlefield. However, only the influence obtained over the hills of Rome decides who the winner will be. So the greater the influence on the 7 hills you have, and the closer you will be to the final victory, without forgetting the importance of the gods. Equip your hero with sacred relics, and choose from all the gladiators, and fight to the death for the glory of your gens. In Anno Urbis, the fight for Rome, each player commands a gens, the most powerful families of the period, to gain political and military supremacy in the capital of the empire. The game board represents the heart of Rome. Each player starts with some initial territories. Then the players will be able to decide how to expand. So you will have to develop your own settlements, erect temples, and increase the abilities of a hero. But do not underestimate the arena. The people love those who give the strongest emotions. And remember, Rome loves only the winners. In that city, there is no place for losers. Anno Urbis, the fight for Rome.
Anno Urbis, the fight for Rome is an area control hand management worker placement game published by Fenji Games and designed by Giovanni Franco, Carlo Maria Maucchi, Andrea Romeo, and Federico Stotiani. For all these designers, this seems to be their first credited game. Benki Games has also published it. Inno Urbis, The Fight for Rome's Kickstarter ends July 8th, costing €69 and is scheduled to release in April of 2020.
Newborn human, once again. Baby, dang it. A small, crudely built house made for passionate embrace. You and I constructed this incorporated.
Paraphrase Songs and Other Words is a memory singing trivia game published by Flying Lemur Game Studio and designed by Rachel Palmer. This seems to be Rachel's first credited game. This isn't Flying Lemur's Game Studio's first published game though. They have also published Solaris Mission, North American Railways, The Cousins War 2nd Edition, and The Dark Side of the Mine. Paraphrase Song and Other Words ends July 14th, costing a groovy $25 and plans to deliver on January of 2020.
Prepare for your next job. Earn respect and prestige. Avoid pesky trouble. Care about your enemies. Or they care about you. Welcome to Crimopolis, a strategy game for 2 to 5 players aged 12 and up. You play in turns during which you can spend 7 hours of time on actions. Choose what you want to do and in which order. Recruit new gang members. Explore new city locations. Ambush other gangsters. Execute jobs and earn prestige. Take over other possessions. Invest in fortunes. There are 4 paths to victory. A gangster-themed game with artwork at sub-millimeter scale. Crimopolis. Pledge now.
Crimopolis is an area control worker placement gangster game designed by Sven Obermeyer and published by Cheap Sheep Games. This seems to be the pair's first credited game. Crimopolis ends July 2nd, costing $39 and is scheduled to ship in December of this year.
Hi, I'm Neil and this is Chip. We're Happy Gorilla Game Studio and this is the War for Indigar Tariff Monster campaign. Last year, Chip and I launched War for Indigar with a successful Kickstarter in October, and we've been crushing our fulfillment goals. The game's developed, it's manufactured, and right now, as you watch this video, our games are literally on a boat from China to the United States and EU for fulfillment. As you may have heard, there is now a new proposal from the United States to place 25% tariffs on all incoming imports from China, including board games. Kickstarter campaign creators, like ourselves, are scrambling. It is no joke to have a 25% cost overrun on your campaign while it's in fulfillment when the campaign has already closed.
So listen, we're just a tiny game company, but a real Kickstarter success story. But that means we don't have a large bank account ready to absorb these kind of costs. We also don't have an established distributor network ready for future sales. We really didn't think it was fair to try and charge our backers 25% more out of nowhere when they've already committed to us. So we decided, after a lot of conversation, to launch this campaign. So for 10 days only, you can add some amazing monster miniatures to your game. They're 60 millimeters tall, they're beautifully sculpted, and they're going to look great on the table. Also, if you haven't backed, this is an opportunity for you to get the game at the same time as our backers. There is no risk, the game is already manufactured and on its way here.
Any pledge you make will go to help offset our tariff costs. Lastly, Chip and I aren't going to take this lying down. We've applied to go to Washington to stand before the federal trade representative to argue that Kickstarter campaigns like ourselves and many others need a grace period added to this new trade proposal in order to allow for in-progress imports to be completed and to excuse us from these tariffs. This is especially important for campaigns in which the funding period has already closed. So you can check out War for Indigar below and learn everything about our great new game here, and we thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.
Was that good?
Yeah.
All right.
War for Indigar is an action programming area control modular board game designed by Neil Gilstrap and Chip Boyd and published by Happy Gorilla Game Studio. War for Indigar Tariff Monster campaign ends on June 25th, costing $45 for miniatures to the base game, and is scheduled to release in August 2019 for the base game and October 2019 if you got the minis. I would like to say how nice it is for them running this Kickstarter and making more content instead of charging previous backers. So for that, I'm giving them my Kickstarter of last week. Also, the game looks really neat and I'm glad I know about it now.
Welcome to the Chaos Kingdoms. In this game, you will quest for the power of immortality, or even godhood. As the gods battle amongst themselves, mortals rise to forge their own destiny. Battles against fellow heroes and monsters transpire across a beautiful and immersive world map. To begin your adventure, select the hero and faction combo that you want to play. Take one stat card and place 5 life upon it. Take one faction token and place it on the map. Then place 4 Juggernaut tokens on the map. Ready, set, go! The first player rolls 1 dice 6 to move. He or she moves up to that many hexes. You must move at least 1 hex per turn. Open water reduces movement to 1. Unless they can fly or teleport. There are 2 ways to draw an encounter card. The first way, land on an adventure hex and automatically draw 1 encounter. The second way, it's possible to meet with danger on any non-icon hex. Roll 1 die 6. If it's 6, draw an encounter. Now we battle. The player on your left rolls 1 die 6 for your encounter. Add the result to the encounter's base attack value in the upper left of the card. Now you roll 1 die 6. If your result is higher than your encounter's total, you have slain the fiend. Gain the experience points noted in the upper right. Experience points can be traded for attack points. When you slay an encounter, you automatically draw 1 loot card. Oh, wondrous treasures. Loot cards also add to your power. Cities can be attacked like encounters and claimed as your own. Each city you control adds to your attack. As your hero grows in power, you can hone your strategy. There are 3 ways to win the game. 1. Last man standing. There can be only 1 ruler of the Chaos Kingdoms. All other heroes must be laid to waste. 2. Immortality. The Eldritch gods created the Tesseract for mortals to prove themselves worthy. The Tesseract is composed of 4 pieces. To assemble the artifact, travel to the 4 great Jabberwockies. Each Jabberwocky guards a Tesseract piece. Slay a Jabberwocky and take the token. When you possess all 4 pieces, you become the immortal ruler. 3. Godhood. Once you have 20 attack points or more, your power is near godlike. To solidify that power, you must build 5 glorious shrines unto yourself, 1 in each of your 5 glorious cities. Once you complete the 5th shrine, a gateway unto your own celestial dimension opens and you step into godhood. Yes, dear hero. Power is yours for the taking. Come and play this awesome game. May you excel in battle, and may you conquer the Chaos Kingdoms.
Chaos Kingdoms is a variable player power area control grid movement game by Dreaming Dragon Games. This is their first credited game. I could not find or figure out who the designer was for this game. Chaos Kingdoms ends on July 17th, costing $49 and is set to deliver in February of 2020. Eternal Adversary is a variable player power area control game designed by Sandy Peterson and Lincoln Peterson and published by Peterson Games. These two combined have helped design all these games like Cthulhu Wars, Planet Apocalypse, Evil High Priest, and so on. Peterson Games has published games like Cthulhu Wars, Glorithana, Evil High Priest, Orcs Must Die, the board game, and many more. Eternal Adversary ends on July 9th, costing $79 and is scheduled to deliver in January of 2021.
Alderac Entertainment Group presents Thunderstone Quest: New Horizons. After the climactic battle at the foundations of the world, the champions are dispersed by the forces of wild magic. One awakens in a far realm of endless sands, Elmoran, discovers himself in a strange new city where he may learn the fate of his people. Assemble your party. Equip yourself for adventure. Prepare to discover the world beyond Thunderstone Keep. First, you will venture to an arid land, stalked by danger and filled with magic. Confront a terrible foe, risen from death, in Quest 8, Vengeful Sands. You will encounter deadly Naga, powerful genie, heroes of legendary renown, and spells of awesome power. Then you will be transported to a strange city filled with mechanical marvels, which conceal a deadly secret. Keep your wits about you in Quest 9 Clockwork Destiny. Powerful energies will be unleashed. New friends and allies join the fight. Technology melds with magic in a land shrouded in mist and fog. If this is your first adventure with Thunderstone Quest, you can gain all the rewards from previous Kickstarters, complete with all stretch goals and Kickstarter exclusive content. All the add-ons from the previous campaigns return. The Neoprene playmat, the epic Thunderstone content for the Champion reward, and AEG premium sleeves to protect your cards. And announcing a new add-on for this campaign which reveals 4th level heroes. This deck consists of approximately 50 cards, featuring all the heroes for quests 1 through 9. What was once only rumor is now reality. New horizons await. Back the campaign today to begin or continue your Thunderstone Quest adventure.
We make fun!
Thunderstone Quest New Horizons Kickstarter is for 2 new expansions for the Thunderstone Quest series, Quest 8 Vengeful Sands and Quest 9 Clockwork Destiny. Designed by the original people Mike Elliott and Brian Reese, published by AEG, known for Smash Up, Istanbul, Mystic Vale, and of course Thunderstone Quest. Thunderstone Quest New Horizons Kickstarter ends on June 28th, costs $65 and expects to deliver on June of 2020.
I am the Ink King. I have given myself the task of discovering who all over the world is the best tattoo artist. Among ink, needles, sweat and blood, I am willing to find the best and prove to them that I'm still the Ink King. The only way to find out is with a tattoo brawl.
In Tattoo Brawl, players complete to prove who is the best tattoo artist in the tattoo studio. Each player will be a unique tattoo artist. In their turn, they will have up to 4 actions. They will prove their skills by choosing their clients and selecting the tattoo style that they want. After you find the perfect tattoo design for your client, you must complete the necessary ink to start working on the tattoo. If you don't have it in your store, you should look for it in the studio. When you reach the number of turns required, then you can charge it. Next, you will play client cards and tattoo cards, looking for your next work. Be careful though, because your rivals can steal your clients, hide the tattoo designs you need, or take away your ink. You have to get the most victory points, or you will be defeated. Welcome to Tattoo Brawl. No pain, no gain.
Tattoo Brawl is a pattern-building, memory, and hand management game published by Gaming Hole and designed by Geraldo Wu. This seems to be both of their first credited game. Tattoo Brawl ends on July 23rd, costing $30, and plans to deliver in December of this year. And that's it for this week on the last week on Kickstarter. Thanks for watching and see you next last week.